What's up, everyone? How's it going? This is Orriginate, formerly and shortly known as Strawberry. I've made two Smite videos recently. Actually haven't played Smite that much recently because I'm going into a professional Gears of War, and then I'm gonna be playing Fallout 4, doing a whole bunch of videos, guides, and whatnot for all that. Anyways, I'm making a Chaac build for Conquest, and it doesn't even have to be for Conquest. It's a really just beastly build for Chaac and any game type. I play solo with Chaac, and so this is kind of where that build evolved from, I guess you could say. But like I said, you can use it wherever and do what you want with it. But here it is. So let's get started. With Conquest, you're gonna want your starter items is gonna be the bluestone pendant and a hog. If you want to go with that, you do not have to. You could go with just regular boots instead of hog. And then I believe you can do 4 or 5. I think I just max out healing potions in the beginning, and then 2 wards. You always want wards when you go back to the store. Always restock on your wards. Always use your wards when they vanish on your side, wherever you're playing, really, just to help out the team. But if you're doing solo lane, it really just helps you be successful in the solo lane and lets you know if you're going to get ganked or whatnot, what's going on in the jungle next to you. So definitely recommend those because wards do win games. So that's your starter. Your starting items, should I say, for Conquest. And then so your first item that you're gonna want to max, and this goes for really any god, not just boots in general. But for Chaac, it's gonna be the warrior tabby boots, which give you the physical power and the movement speed. Gives you an edge over your enemy. If you can get these before your enemy, you just basically push them out. But it's basically just a good way to start any god, and definitely in Conquest. Second item, you can switch this up with a couple different items, but what I usually do is the Rune Forged Hammer, which gives you physical protection and health. Chaac has more magical protection than physical protection, so this physical protection kind of gets it. It puts it up more than the magical protection, but I'm trying to say it evens it out, and then it also gives you 350 health. So that definitely is very useful in the beginning of a Conquest match. So you could do Rune Forged Hammer. Also, I need to mention, if you're going against physical heavy enemy solo god, then definitely go with Rune Forged Hammer. Even if you're not, you can still do this. It will still help throughout the game. Definitely need this though if you're going as a physical enemy solo god or just a physical heavy enemy team in Conquest. So you could do that, or you could come down to Hide the Urchin here. This is more well-rounded than the physical protection you get from the hammer, because it gives you physical protection, magical protection. It also gives you health, not as much, 100 less, but it also gives you mana, which is pretty sweet. And I need to mention that it stacks, so the earlier you get this, the better, the more stacks you get throughout the match. You can use this if you're going against a balanced team of physical and magical, or if you're going against a magical god in the solo lane, or even if you're going against physical. It doesn't really matter. Now this is up to you. I usually do not use the Hide of the Urchin. I usually go with the Rune Forged Hammer. Now, if I'm going against a magical enemy solo god, though, I use the Stone of Gaia, which gives you health, a lot less though, with 100, but it gives you 70 magical protection. So if you're going against a magical enemy god in solo lane, basically they can't do anything to you in the beginning of the match, and so you pretty much just own the solo lane. And it also gives you HP 5 and MP 5, so it regenerates your health and regenerates your mana, which it's incredible, really. It is super useful, and it just gives you more sustain in the lane. Basically dominant if you're using Chaac for solo lane in Conquest is how you want to do it. Now, actually, what I do I do Rune Forged Hammer and Stone of Gaia. Like how I emphasized and those both. The combo is awesome, and that's those 3 items are what I do for the core of Chaac. Most times, like I said, you can switch it up with Hide of the Urchin if you don't want to do either of those. But yeah, that's the core. So then after the core, if you're ahead of your enemies, you're higher in level, and you want to go start with your damage. Your first damage item. This is always should I say? Well, those 3 items are core, but I forgot to mention, I guess, the Joust's Wrath. This is always going to be your 4th item. This is always my 4th item. It gives you the physical power, mana, physical penetration, and cooldown reduction. So this is just a great item to have, and Chaac absolutely needs it. Absolutely awesome for Chaac. I'd say you always get this in a Chaac build. Doesn't really matter when. After those 3 core items, but yeah. So like I said, if you're ahead, you want to go just damage. So you have several options, should I say, at the damage. You can do Executioner, which is physical power and attack speed. Quinsize, physical power and attack speed. I usually do Executioner, and then when you when you get rid of Bluestone Pendant, I do Quinsize then, and that's basically Beast Chaac, attack speed and physical power. He goes hard with those. Or you can do just straight physical power with the Titan's Bane, and then the Executioner or Quinsize. Or you can do what I like to do sometimes is Executioner and then one of these, which gives you can do attack speed and movement speed. I usually don't mess with the movement speed, not really necessary. The Wing Blade, if you're even going more tankier with Chaac in the end, the Wing Blade or the Witch Blade. This is awesome, physical protection and attack speed. So that gives your protection. I forgot to say, if you're not necessarily behind. If you are behind, but if you're just kind of even, and if you just want to go with a straight tank Chaac build, then after Joust's Wrath, go with more protections. You got the Hide of the Urchins, or you could do a shield. Do Shifter Shield is essential for a well-balanced enemy team. Shield of Regrowth, wouldn't really recommend it. Void Shield if you're going against a physical heavy team or a physical god. But then by the time you get this, you won't really be facing him, just 1v1. So, but what I usually do is Executioner and then Quinsize, and that's half tank Chaac, half damage Chaac, and just basically beast. I usually go. Some people go full damage with Chaac, but when I play him and in the solo lane, I go for more of a support tanky build for my team to help my team. So that's why I do those first 4 core items and then the 2 damage items. So yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you found this helpful, and tell me what you think. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to drop a like if it helps. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.